Hi once again everyone. I was hoping to be able to give you a little show of a grow light which I've ordered through eBay, but it hasn't arrived and I'm not best pleased. It seems to me that, well, I don't understand it, the product was obviously Chinese, and probably if I ordered it from China it would have probably come quicker than this one apparently is. I ordered it a few days ago now, and it was coming from London, and considering I live within London, parts of London, I would have thought that it would have been fairly quick coming. It wasn't through the post office, it was through one of the other carriers, and it appears, well, doesn't make sense to me, that the order was put in and it was sent up to Nottingham, and then from Nottingham, God knows, I just lost track of it. Tracking tells me nothing, as is normal with tracking I find in England. Typical, they leave you wondering what's happened. It's not brought up to date. In fact, to give you an idea, I ordered a plant from China, and there, every time it went into an office or out of a sourcing office, it was registered. It said the time, the date and everything. It was very, very good. The last one said that it's on flight, so obviously they can't do tracking when the plane's in the air. But come to the same problem when it comes to England. You're told nothing, or very brief comments to virtually actually it turns up at your door. So I'm sorry, English tracking is lousy. American tracking is on a par with Chinese tracking. It's very good. But once it comes to our shores, forget it. Anyhow, end of rant, end of rant. Hopefully, if this lamp arrives, if it's even been sent, I have my doubts if it's been sent. If it arrives, I will give a little spiel about it. It's an LED grow light, so we'll talk about that. Anyhow, at the moment, we've got Leuchtenbergia principis. This is also known as the agave cactus. I've had this plant some years. It came from one of my closest neighbours, who's also a member of the Cactus Society. It was brought along when he had some plants to sell at the branch. That was a few years ago. Every year this plant has bloomed with nice yellow flowers. I've just removed the old buds, not the old, well, the flower remains. I just removed those with my lovely pair of tweezers or forceps. These are nice ones actually. As you squeeze them, they open, so that clips around the seed pod, or well, the remains, and then you can just pull them out. So it's quite good. And I'll show you the size of this plant. My old trusted ruler. And you'll have to have it in inches. I don't like the metric system. There we are. I make it approximately, what's that say? Probably eight and a half inches. So it's not a small plant. It's not an enormous plant, but it's not a baby. Slowly grows. Now, what you notice about these is the it's got tubercles which resembles, as I say, an agave. Excuse it making a mess as I twist it around. Here you can have an idea of what the tubercles look like, with a long twisting spine. It is no doubt one of the unusual cacti. Not difficult. it forms a fair size taproot. Some people say it's almost like a cordex, but it is a bit different. This one's been in the pot for quite a while. It seems to be okay. I don't like repotting stuff unless it's absolutely necessary. Give the occasional feed, don't overdo it, and you'll produce a nice plant. This plant, as I say, is, as far as I'm concerned, would be ready to go on the show bench. Whether some of the spines are broken, that's just normal. They are very brittle and they do break. So there we have it. Leuchtenbergia principis, named by Hooker. I think he worked at Kew, I'm sure he did. If I'm wrong, someone will tell me. That's Hooker. It comes from parts of Mexico. The flower is yellow, quite large. It's a monotypic genus, having only the one species, Principis. And it was named after Maximilian Eugen Joseph, who was Duke of Leuchtenberg, and also he was an amateur botanist going back many years. As I say, recent botanists haven't messed about with this, and it's still under the name I knew it when I was a kid. So many other things have changed their names. I did mention about Malacocarpus is now called Gymnoclysium. I was actually wrong, it's Wigginsia. With all these names changes, it only gives plenty of work to the label producers. Anyway, I think that's all I've got to say on here. Don't overwater it, but it's not a difficult plant, and it's a worthy plant to have in your collection. You normally see the smaller ones. I've got a smaller one down the greenhouse, but I thought I'd put this one up today. Anyhow, that's all I've got to say on here. Hopefully, if my LED light arrives, I will give a little talk about this. As I say, it looks quite a good unit, and of course it often is easier to buy the products over here at a little bit extra than sending across to China. But as I say, the last examples of getting plants from China are very good. All right, they're not cheap, but at least you get them and they arrive in good time. They don't go on one of these blinking steamers that take ages to arrive. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to put this one up on YouTube. Any comments please make, and yeah, hopefully this plant will be ready for flowering next year. We get a good summer. Anyhow, thanks again. Thank you.